Hi everyone, my name's Sophie and today I'm going to be talking to you about aphasia. So I wanted to make this video to be helpful for people who may be students in speech and language therapy, but also people who might have been diagnosed with aphasia or have a family member who has aphasia, or anyone who's just heard of it and wants to learn about it. So I'm going to be working my way through some notes that I've made that will hopefully help you understand more about what aphasia is and how you can support people with aphasia. So what is aphasia? So you may have heard this term from medical professionals or online or from a friend, relative, anyone. But aphasia is a term used to describe an acquired language disorder that results from damage to the areas of the brain which are responsible for language. So you may have also heard aphasia referred to as dysphasia. It's the same word, they're often used interchangeably now. And you may also hear different subtypes of aphasia as well, although these aren't being used quite so much now within practice. Aphasia can impact production and comprehension of spoken and written language, so impacting talking, but also your understanding of spoken language, but also your understanding of written language, and also your ability to write as well as talk. And the severity of that can range massively from quite mild to quite severe difficulties, depending on the location and also the size of the damage to the brain. Aphasia can result in total or partial loss of the use and understanding of language. So we talked about difficulty understanding maybe what someone's asking. So for example, the individual may have difficulty understanding instructions that you give them. They may have problems with their reading comprehension. So again, the individual may not be able to read and understand information. They may be able to read it aloud, but actually when you ask them questions about what they've read, they've not understood it. Or they may understand parts of it, but not all of it. It also affects spoken production of speech, your ability to talk, name things, have a conversation, that kind of thing, but also your writing and your ability to write the names of items, but also sentences and more complex language. So you may be kind of wondering, like, how do you get aphasia, or sort of what causes aphasia. So I've got a few conditions written down here that I'd just like to mention can cause aphasia, but they can all cause aphasia in different ways, different presentations, and it's not one sort of rule fits all with this kind of diagnosis. So the most common ones you probably may have heard of, or maybe you are aware of, is aphasia following stroke, aphasia following a head injury, aphasia following or due to a brain tumour, due to infection in the brain such as encephalitis, due to or following neurosurgery, also neurological diseases such as with multiple sclerosis, following drug misuse, and also there is a specific type of aphasia which can be caused by a specific type of dementia, and that type of aphasia is called primary aggressive aphasia, which you may or may not have heard of, as it's had quite a lot of media exposure. So the impact of aphasia then, so aphasia affects, but not always, it can affect. That's something I want to stress, is that it doesn't present the same in each person. So this is quite a general list of kind of my experiences. But it can affect your ability to communicate your thoughts and ideas, your ability to participate in everyday activities. Potentially people may not understand what you're saying. It may also affect your integration within your social life, your ability to access sort of social groups that you may have done before. It may affect your ability to engage within work and education, and also can affect relationships. So more specifics in terms of the symptoms of aphasia, maybe difficulties finding words, difficulties speaking and writing in single words, some swapping of words for ones that sound similar or mean similar things, some grammatical errors, your difficulty communicating basic needs, so things that you want or need, making up of words, which can sometimes be referred to as jargon. It also can affect your understanding of spoken and written sentences, phrases or words, difficulty following instructions, like I said before, unreliable yes and no responses to questions, difficulty understanding complex sentences, and sometimes taking sentences to mean sort of their literal meaning. So when you've got sentences that are a little bit more figurative, they may take that meaning as literal. So ways then that I would suggest to support these people. So hopefully if they have aphasia, they will have been seen by a speech and language therapist. If this is something you're worried about, I'd recommend speaking to your doctor, but usually it would be picked up, you would be seen by a speech and language therapist, assessed, you may have had some therapy towards it. But in strategies to support, aside from this, I would recommend encouraging the person, if they're struggling to get their words out, to maybe describe it and use gesture to help you understand what they want to say. I would also say to see if they can point to the item, to write the word down, make the first sound, try repeating things that you've asked them as well, which may help their understanding. I would also say to model things sometimes if they're struggling to understand what you're saying, and also allow them time, and it's okay to come back to it later if it's causing anxiety or stress. Don't focus on that, over and over. If they want to have a break, let them, and you can come back to it later. Some more things which can support communication would include reducing the background noise, so turning the TV off, shutting doors, reducing distractions, facing the person that you're talking to, writing down the key words that you have said, which may help their understanding. Use short and simplified sentences. Use total communication, which is things like gesture, drawing, writing, speaking, using objects. And if they've been seen by a speech therapist, they may have a communication aid, like a book with pictures in, so I'd say obviously use that if that's helpful. And if you feel like you've understood part of what they've said, repeat it back to them and get them to confirm that you've understood what they mean. So like I've said before, if you are worried, I would speak to your doctor, and if aphasia has been fully diagnosed, then a speech and language therapist should be involved. So that's everything that I wanted to cover. I just wanted to let you know, if you have any questions at all, please do put them down below and I can help and give you any extra information about aphasia, particularly if you're a student or a family member wanting to know more. Feel free to ask a question down below and I can get back to you. I'm going to be doing some more communication and terminology videos to help you understand other communication difficulties, so if you're interested, please look out for those. And I hope that today's video has been useful. So if you've enjoyed it, please do give the video a like and subscribe to my channel for some more information about communication and being a speech and language therapist. And I will link some websites and sort of references down below for information I've spoken about and some useful places to go for further information. So yes, I hope you all have a good day and take a look at those links and give this video a like. Thank you very much.